So you have a young kid and you're looking for games that they can play on mobile that are probably free to play. Now, I have a 10-year-old, and the 10-year-old plays games that are probably not as appropriate for my 6-year-old. So I've decided to put together a list of games that I'm downloading on my 6-year-old's iPad that he can play by himself. So he's not gonna have to get involved in the more mature games that my 10-year-old plays. Mature? Is that even right? Because he's only 10. You know what I'm trying to say. So what I decided to do was share with you guys this entire list of games that I'm personally having my 6-year-old play that may be appropriate for your kids to play as well. The first game on today's list is Hungry Shark Evolution, and this is one that my older son had played a lot. Essentially, you are a shark, you have to eat stuff to stay alive, and if you go too long without getting some food, you die. Cool thing about this game is it's pretty easy to keep yourself alive, so it doesn't let your kids get too frustrated. With that being said, it's also not a mature game, so they're not seeing anything inappropriate, and the upgrade progression of your sharks is pretty cool. This is definitely not an educational game, but a fun one that they could play when they're just looking for something to kill some time. Kids Balloon Pop game. This is a pretty simple game right here, and it's gonna be giving you all different game modes that are gonna allow for education as well as just some casual fun. Now, yes, this may be for some younger ones, but you know what? When they get a little bit older as well, they're still gonna enjoy it, and of course, they get that education along with it, plus cool graphics, cool colors. Easy one here to recommend for kids, and look at this, different languages as well in case you don't speak English like me. So maybe you're then reading the subtitles. Lego Duplo Marvel. My oldest son used to play this one when he was younger, and it was super fun. He was able to upgrade his characters, upgrade all of the different vehicles that they would drive around in, and just have some fun playing the game. It's super easy, super fun, with Legos and Marvel, of course, that the young guys are going to enjoy. It's nothing that you have to worry about as a parent, and it's something that you could feel very confident that your kids are playing something that's appropriate and something that keeps them entertained for a while, because of course, this is just a fun one. Monster Trucks game for kids. Well, you have your brake, you have your gas, and you have your really cute looking trucks. And all you have to do is go over the land without flipping over your trucks, gaining as many stars as you can as you go. I'll tell you, it doesn't matter what your age, this looks like a really fun game. Now, definitely it is themed for the younger guys. Something that I like about these games as well is they do allow more success than you would see in a game that wasn't meant for as young of a kid, which means they're gonna fail less, they're gonna get upset less, they're going to get frustrated less. If this were a game made for adults, it would probably be easier to flip your truck and you would see less success along the way. My guy is gonna love this one because he does love the monster trucks, and it's gonna keep him from getting frustrated. Now, a little tip here, guys. I just actually did pick up a pickup truck. My son's wanted me to get a pickup truck forever. We got the lift kit and the big wheels and tires on order. He is gonna be so stoked when he sees my truck lifted up. We went from a car into a pickup truck that's lifted. He's gonna absolutely love it. Math Kids, math game for kids. Now, my 6-year-old does enjoy doing math. We actually just did some math homework before I recorded this video, and simple math is really nice, even if it's just practice, because it's things that they can do on their own. They're not gonna need parental guidance while playing this game. Even if it's a little bit easy for them, it is practice and repetition in the form of a game, so they're gonna be thinking they're getting some gaming time in while you as a parent say, aha, they're actually learning. Now, of course, with many of the games here today, there are free versions and there are paid versions. Unfortunately, with the free versions, many times you're going to get advertisements. The kids are gonna have to learn how to skip through those so that they don't get sucked into those money traps. But you could also pay a few bucks for these games and get the ad-free versions. That's completely up to you as a parent. If you have any recommendations for kids games that you are playing with your kids, or if you're a kid that you're playing right now, let me know in the comments section below, because I'm always looking to expand this list and maybe I could download a few new ones for my son. Play Mobile Mars Mission. I like this one because it kind of entices a little bit of exploration for your little guy or gal. It's gonna be a little bit more open world, and it's gonna take them into a world where they're gonna have to navigate a HUD and actually kind of learn how to move through space. This one is a little bit more advanced, but if they have the patience and they're not gonna get stuck and upset for failing, this could be something that's really cool for them. It's gonna teach them how to navigate some of those more open world games that they're gonna encounter as they get a little bit older. So I really like this one because it's developmentally appropriate. Move on from some of those games that we discussed into something like this one so they can further expand their brain space and become a more true gamer at heart. for the future. Boom Stars Multiplayer Racing. Now, we can get a little bit competitive right here. This is going to remind you a lot of Mario Kart, but it's Boom Stars and it's competitive racing. Graphics are cool, level up mechanics inside of the game are cool as well, and it's easy enough for your youngin' to control. Now, again, this one can get competitive, so if they're a child that struggles with losing, this may not be the first choice for you, but if that's not an issue for you and they could take a loss, this could be one that's really fun. I mean, if it were me, I would love to play this one with my son because it looks like a game that I would actually enjoy playing myself as well. So it's one that we're gonna definitely mess around with, and maybe I can even get back to you and let you know how all of these games perform. At least how my son performs playing them. Bubble Shooter Panda Pop. You can't go wrong with a good Panda Pop game. This is one of your puzzle style games where they have to figure out how to remove all of the bubbles from the screen. Orange on orange, blue on blue, purple on purple, green on green. Easy stuff to start. Obviously the puzzles get more and more challenging as time goes on, and there are power-ups along the way. Absolutely fun game for kids or for adults, and one that they could play for quite a long time as they learn how to do the puzzles. Now, doing puzzles stimulates a different part of the brain as well, encourages thinking, and at the same time is a lot of fun, colorful, and a very positive and happy game. Minion Rush is one of the first endless runner games that we have on today's list. There are a handful of them, and this one is really cool looking. A lot of kids do love the endless runners and do love minions at that, so it's really a perfect combination. Plus, this one is one of the all-time most popular mobile games, well, on mobile, and is completely free to play. Nice, simple type of gameplay here, just try and get through the stages without crashing. And another fairly simple to play game is Fruit Ninja, where the fruit jumps up and you have to slice it with your sword. Simple finger slicing in this one. Super fun game. Obviously, you could even do some multiplayer stuff right here, but it's one that's just a lot of fun, and it really works on their focus and making sure that they don't cut into those bombs, which could end life. Fruit Ninja has been around for a long time, is extremely popular, and for good reason. I've even seen this game in arcades on the big screen, but your kids are gonna love it, guaranteed. You all know Ryan's toy review. Maybe your kid's even watching all those videos. Crazy stuff, but hey, Tag with Ryan is another endless runner, and if your kid is big into Ryan and Ryan's toy review altogether, they're gonna like this one just because it's Ryan's themed. Is it as good as Minion Rush or one of the other games I'm about to mention? No, it's not. But again, it's Ryan themed, and your kids may just sell into or buy into that whole element of the game. Now, a better and maybe the best endless runner, which is actually the most popular mobile game of all time, is Subway Surfers. This endless runner has been around since literally the beginning of mobile and is the best one. It's the most popular one. It's been around the longest. It's continuously getting updated. And again, it's one of those endless runners. So the same genre as a few of the other games we've mentioned here today. Definitely child themed, definitely good looking game. Toca Kitchen 2. Now there's a whole bunch of Toca Boca games out there. Many of them may fit your fancy. You could actually take a look through all of them and see which ones your kids may like. But this is one that my oldest used to enjoy when they were younger, and that was the whole kitchen game. You take out a bunch of these weird foods, you cook them in different ways, you chop them up, you put them together, and you see if your guy, your little creation character you've made, is going to enjoy the food or not. Sometimes they love it, sometimes they don't. Definitely sparks creativity within your kid, and it's funny and goofy at the same time. If your kids are anything like mine, before you know it, they'll be trying to create the most disgusting and weird creations that they possibly can to try and make their character or the person that they're feeding really, really unhappy after that eating experience. Super fun game, kid-friendly, easy to control, easy to maneuver, and one that you could feel good as a parent that your child is playing. If you always want to know what's up in the mobile space or free-to-play games in general, make sure you subscribe to the channel and ring the bell, and I'll see you in tomorrow's video.